This is absolutely criminal.
Welcome and happy Friday. This is Absolutely Criminal. I'm Andrew.
I'm Tiffany.
That's our new product, Rash Bombs. Rash Bomb rolling across the screen.
I thought you were talking about my cough.
Oh, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're better, but still.
I will hit the cough button for you if you like.
Don't make me talk.
Oh, okay, don't make her laugh, everybody.
Or talk or breathe. I'll be fine if I hold.
All right, welcome.
Let me say hello to everyone. Hello. Let me see if I get everybody. Okay, if I missed anybody, just I don't know. I guess deal with it. Good evening, Bama, Carolyn Dillman, Nanya, which is Sarah, of course. You know, and then Wesley. Hey, Wesley, I already said hey to him personally.
And Nanya, is today the anniversary? I understood it was February 24th.
I know. He's like arguing with me, saying you're wrong.
If I could be wrong too, but I believe it's the 24th.
Mary rocked it. Is that Mary or Marie? I can't tell.
Mari boots.
Or Mari. Mm-hmm. Crap. Okay. Spell it out. Very, very obvious. So, you know, like phonetic. So
yeah, there you go.
Because I don't want to mispronounce names.
All right.
I already misgender some of these people.
Yeah. Well, tonight, we were going to talk briefly about Sarah Boone and the anniversary. I don't have much on it because not much is happening, quite frankly.
I know, and we haven't gotten a new letter.
Since she, since she...
I kind of want to know what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like Mary. Oh, that's really easy. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm sure one day somebody's going to write a book about it and we'll get to know all the details. I think that would be
this is for you. Sorry.
Was it the 24th? Like, really? I believe so. I looked it up. Wikipedia is never wrong. So
I know. I even announced your share, Nanya, like I know things. And Andrew's like, no, it's tomorrow. Like he's all I know things.
Even our episodes on Sarah have it at the 24th. So I could have been wrong all this time, but
he's good at being wrong.
I'm great at it. And with that, let's get to comments of the day. Okay, here's the first one. They used to be anonymous, but I figure you could go down and read the comments anyway yourself.
Why not?
So, so let's see. This one was on the Donna Adelson video, but it was referencing underwear guy, Russell Williams.
Right.
So
hang on, hold on. You're right, Nanya. They did start drinking today.
Yeah, it's that.
But we could have said that yesterday and the day before.
It's the anniversary of the Boone's Farm wine. Yeah, so we were laughing also about Russell Williams, and that.
Oh yeah, that bothered me.
That interrogation does take a very dark turn, and I've seen it so many times that,
Okay, what's my excuse? Because I hadn't seen it before.
Oh, so you don't have any excuse. How could you guys laugh so many times when he describes those horrible acts to those women? I know you laugh about him, but there is nothing to laugh about, and that's absolutely true.
We have a question from Karen.
Let's see. I'm not getting a visual. I'm here for my first live. Is that normal? Can everybody see the comment on the screen there?
I can see it.
Yeah. Well, I'm welcome. I'm glad you can hear the audio. Hopefully the video is
working.
What if
she exited and came back in?
Yeah,
maybe
that's the cure for like
honestly. Yeah, that's
90% of life is turn it off and on again.
Say. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, Bama can see it. Mary can see it.
Okay.
All
right.
So yeah, maybe exit and come back in.
Yeah.
I know.
Hope you get that worked out. In the meantime, here is the next one about, let's see. Oh, yeah, Russie Boy. Again, Russie Boy rubbed off the hair that used to be there while sitting alone in tweed. Yeah, maybe he was rubbing that all out with worry and left a circle there.
Okay, and this is somewhat off the subject.
Yeah.
The name Tweed. Obviously, I've never been there,
Mhm.
but doesn't just the name of the city sound like it's like all they have is like the gas station with
Right.
teenagers they hang out
Maybe because
outside?
it sounds like tumbleweed or
It just,
something
yeah,
like that.
it just
you know,
sounds like some tiny little town with some thugs.
a Circle K.
Yeah, you know, that's what I'm picturing when you say Tweed.
Tweed. I think it's a nice little cozy city. Does anybody live near Tweed? Let us know in the comments.
No, it's an ongoing issue.
I've gone out twice. I'm sorry.
I don't.
Are you watching on YouTube? I think you're watching on YouTube. I don't know what the problem could be. If anybody has an idea, leave them in the comments here what we
Yes.
can try for.
Oh,
But,
Bama says you might need to reboot.
yeah, I mean, again, 90% of problems are taken care of.
I know. I
turning it off
hate
and on.
having to shut down my computer and
Yeah,
wait for it to
a
restart.
bummer.
I just hate it.
All right, one more comment. I'm like, yeah, cool story, bro.
You're such a jerk. Oh my gosh.
And this one, I don't know how to make sense of it. I don't know if they don't like us or they do like us, but it's really entertaining. I'm sorry. I'm feeling very tired and hot, and I'm finding that your intro is just too fussy and ultimately off.
I know. When I read that aloud to you when I saw that. And I was like, wait,
Thank you.
tired and hot. Like, did you just come back from jogging?
Well,
or...
I understand. Maybe they're in a hot place because I know here in the desert, I get tired and hot and I'm cranky.
Okay.
And,
So is that their excuse for the fact that they're going to trash the show?
I like to think so.
Oh, okay. Nice building.
Yeah.
Okay. And they did apologize to begin with.
They did.
It's like when you start out by saying no offense.
No
But I'm
offense.
about to say something incredibly offensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there we go for the comments. And we'll get to, I guess we're done this.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I was actually wondering if it was menopause, but I didn't want to say that. But now I'm just taking it from you, Wesley.
And the last document that was filed was like acknowledging that she's indigent and needs an attorney. So that was approved. And we will.
I don't know why I find the word indigent really funny.
I don't either. That is kind of weird.
It makes me giggle. It sounds like you're going to say something else. And...
All right. So we have now, we're going to go over some of the most disastrous interviews of all time by celebrities who have either been convicted of a crime or allegedly did the crime.
Okay. Are you ripping on Facebook? I literally saw this yesterday on my Facebook feed.
What?
This article. I saw an article about
really?
celebrities that have been arrested.
Oh, no, didn't see it on Facebook.
Oh.
Just came from my little noggin.
Okay.
But these are like my very favorite. There's your honey, George Stephanopoulos.
Okay, he's not my honey anymore. He was my honey in the 90s.
Is he too old for you now?
He looks like an old man. In the 90s, he did not.
He's still got it. But he's interviewing Alec Baldwin. And, there was that accidental shooting.
We all know about the movie shooting.
Yeah, on the set of Rust. It turned out a live round was in the gun. Nobody checked it. And he was the last line of defense. And he didn't check it. So Alina Hutchins, their filmographer, was killed. Mm-hmm. And some people think this interview was ridiculous and didn't help him at all. I don't think it helped him at all, but I don't think it's as bad as the ones we're going to see after this.
Okay. So there are worse, is what you're just
yes,
saying.
They're going to be an increasing ridiculousness. So here we go with the George Snuffleupagus interview with Alec Baldwin.
You're sitting in a pew in the church.
Right.
What's the scene supposed to be?
The scene is the two guys are there who have got me, cornered, and they think I'm shot pretty bad, and I'm kind of wilting, and they have a gun, and then the sound outside distracts them, and I then draw the gun, cross-draw out of my holster, pull the gun up like that, and start to cock the pistol, cut. I'm handed a gun, and someone declares, they said, "This is a cold gun."
Dave Halls?
The first AD. In my years on the sets of film, hot gun meant that there was a charge in there, and cold gun meant there was nothing in there. When he's saying this is a cold gun, what he's saying to everybody on the set is, you can relax. The gun is empty.
That's what cold gun means.
Well, cold gun means there's no charge in there. There could be dummy rounds.
A dummy round looks like a real bullet, but is completely inert. It contains no explosive charge.
and you were rehearsing that scene. Was it an actual rehearsal? There's some disagreement about that, whether it was a formal rehearsal at that time.
This is a marking rehearsal where I'm going to show her. She's standing next to the camera. She's like this. You're me. She's got a monitor here. The camera is here filming that way. She takes a monitor that is his monitor, the operator, and turns it toward her. It swivels, and she says to me, hold the gun lower. Go to your right. Okay, right there. All right, do that. Now show it a little bit lower. And she's getting me to position the gun.
And he's talking about Alina Hutchins. It kind of sounds like the bad thing about this interview is that he does not take any responsibility whatsoever.
Yeah, and it started out with him saying he felt guilty, even though he wasn't actually guilty.
And I'm
but
sure
now he's taking that back.
I'm sure he felt like shit about it. I don't think he's a psychopath.
Right?
But,
yeah.
Certainly not taking responsibility publicly. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Should he be responsible? He's currently under indictment, I think.
But responsible to what degree? It's not even really even manslaughter.
It would be something accidental, probably less than a year in jail. I don't know, but
he's been to jail before. He can hack it.
Has he?
I think he has.
Oh, all right.
Oh, that's like a really old water.
All right, let's continue.
Everything is in her direction. She's guiding me through how she wants me to hold the gun for this angle. And I draw the gun out and I find a mark.
That is a really good point, Blue, for someone that's not supposed to talk because he's in the middle of a criminal investigation. Dang, he doesn't follow directions, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even think this would be allowed.
I think this interview was done before he was charged the first time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but still, you got to know that.
I wouldn't talk to the press in the meantime.
If he had any lawyer but Dan Rashbaum, he would tell him, look, you need to be careful and you need to be quiet.
Hey, Estranged.
So here we go.
Draw the gun out of a cut. And what's really urgent is the gun wasn't meant to be fired in that angle.
So if you're shooting directly into the camera lens, you're not aiming.
I'm not shooting into the camera lens. I'm shooting just off.
Just off.
Right, in her direction. I'm holding the gun where she told me to hold it, which ended up being aimed right in below her armpit. It was what I was told. I don't know. This was a completely incidental shot, an angle that may not have ended up in the film at all. But we kept doing this, and so then I said to her, now in this scene, I'm going to cock the gun.
Yes, Carolyn, you're right. He is guilty.
Yeah.
Because he should have checked for ammo.
And every gun expert, every movie armorer that I've heard talk about this case says
everybody checks the gun.
Well, everybody not only checks the gun or should check the gun, but even when it's unloaded, you never point it at a human being.
Mm-hmm. I know my uncle is a cop. He told me that.
They arrange the angles so you can't see it on screen if somebody's getting shot.
Right.
But according to experts, you never ever do that, and that makes sense. And I would certainly want to open the gun and look at it with my own eyes.
Yeah, so he is responsible.
Yeah.
Honestly, the thing is from what I understand from this story, this gun was in a lot of different people's hands before it even got to Alec.
Yeah.
And no one else checked
and nobody knows how the live round got on the set.
Well, yeah. Okay. That's already questionable.
Yeah.
Okay. But even so,
there was not a lot of control. There was not a lot of gun control.
The rule is anyone who touches the prop needs to inspect the prop, whether it's a gun or anything, so that everybody is consistent in the condition of the prop.
Yeah. Like even with props, you're responsible.
With anything. Yeah. So you got a few people, probably more than necessary, that actually handled the gun. Not everyone who held it checked it.
That's true.
And then whoever handed it to him just claimed it was a cold gun. Did that person even know?
Or maybe glanced at it briefly, and or he knew it came from the prop table. He was handed it by the armorer. So yeah, and her name Hannah Gutierrez Reed, I think. Gutierrez Reed is her last name, but she's also under indictment.
Blue answers your question. It was done before he was charged.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Blue.
I said, do you want to see that? And she said, yes. So I take the gun and I start to cock the gun. I'm not going to pull the trigger. I said, do you see that? She goes, well, just cheat it down and tilt it down a little bit like that. And I cock the gun. I go, can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? And she says, and then I let go of the hammer of the gun and the gun goes off. I let go of the hammer of the gun goes off.
At the moment, the decisive
That was the
moment
the gun went off, yeah. That was the moment the gun went off.
It wasn't in the script for the trigger to be pulled.
Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger.
So you never
No,
pulled.
you pull the cock back.
Well,
Has he never seen a gun?
Speaking of gun experts, everyone has said it is impossible. They've examined the actual gun. It is impossible for a bullet to come out unless the trigger is
So
squeezed.
even if it's cocked, it can't accidentally go off?
Right, unless you pull the trigger at the same time.
The trigger.
No. I would never point a gun at anyone and pull a trigger at them. Never. That was the training that I had. You don't point a gun at me and pull the trigger. On day one of my...
I find that kind of believable. Let me know what you think in the comments, but he probably, like, with all the shock of everything, maybe he genuinely thinks he didn't pull the trigger.
But maybe he did not aware.
Yeah, not intentionally.
Not thinking he touched it, but he did touch it.
Not intentionally, but she's still dead, Alec.
Yeah.
My instruction in this business, people said to me, never take a gun and go click, 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 because even though it's incremental, you damage the firing pin on the gun if you do that. Don't do that.
All right.
He was handed it by the assistant director.
Yeah, Dave Hall. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, though. Dave Hall could have checked it. Whoever had it from him, if he got it from the table,
there were so many opportunities.
There was a prop manager who also touched the gun.
Right.
She checked it or no?
She said she did, I believe.
Yeah, I think she said she did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. Let us know if you think that I forgot what I was going to say. Let's move on. Here's the next clip of Alec.
I was told I was handed an empty gun. If there were cosmetic rounds, nothing with a charge at all, a flash round, nothing. She goes down. I thought to myself, did she faint? The notion that there was a live round in that gun.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. Do you all think that it was sabotage?
Sometimes I wonder.
Is there more information about it now than I know?
Well, the thing is didn't we read another thing where it's like the whole making of this movie was almost like
very dangerous.
Very dangerous, very like after school, like backyard sort of thrown together thing that wasn't overseen.
And before this happened, shortly before this happened, they had another accidental discharge on the set.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Thankfully,
there were all kinds of little issues. Then there was like,
and
I
he's
remember
the
hearing there were like people on the set that would play pranks on each other too. And so there was a thought that this was done as a prank.
Or speculation that they took it off, used it for target practice.
Yeah,
breaks,
that's possible.
then...
But you can use blanks for target practice.
Let's see what he has to say here.
Did not dawn on me till probably 45 minutes to an hour later.
45 minutes to an hour.
Well, she's laying there and I go, did she get hit by wadding? Was there a blank? Sometimes those blank rounds have a wadding inside that packs, it's like a cloth that packs the gunpowder. And sometimes wadding comes out and can hit people. And it could...
So this is the prop manager. She said
she
did because before lunch, she said that she only loaded it with 5 bullets because one was a bit wonky. So she cleaned it and added the 6th one after lunch.
Yikes.
But
yeah.
So she said it was loaded, but why would she load it with live ammunition?
I don't know. Do we know that she did? I don't.
I'm just saying live bullets. Right, why would you put those in?
I don't think it was an intentional act by her.
And I know they tried to explain that dummy bullets look exactly the same. But the thing is, there's a different weight.
There's a different weight. You pick them up and shake them.
You would know.
Yeah, ultimately, he's the producer of this movie as well. So he's responsible for the safety of the crew.
He's the overseer. He's the puppet master. So that means anything that goes wrong really does climb up anyway. Whether he pulled the trigger or not, he would have been held responsible for this.
Yeah, and they recently resumed shooting of the movie, I believe. It's in production again. And in case you've just tuned in, he has blamed Hannah, or he has blamed, hang on. He has blamed, I'm drawing a blank now. Alina Hutchins. He's blamed Helena Hutchins for giving him the direction to point the gun at her, essentially. Who knows? I don't think that's true, but you could still
It's follow direction
Yeah,
as an
I don't
actor.
know.
I feel like a little bit of a
Are you
Oh,
gonna
sorry.
read this? Yeah. So nobody knows Tiffie Lou and Andrew better than me. I say that I know both of them better than they know themselves.
Well, Sarah.
That's scary.
It sounds like something Sarah would say too. Yep. Well, she did say that about George.
poke. But no one could understand. Did she have a heart attack? Because remember, the idea that someone put a live bullet in the gun was not even in reality.
Did you go up to her? Did you back
I went
away?
up to her, and then we were told to get out of the building. We were forced to get out of the building. The medics came in. I mean, I stood over her for 60 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, I believe they didn't think it had live rounds in it because they didn't check it right.
Mm-hmm.
So
How
here's
do you
one more
respond to
clip.
actors like George Clooney who say that every time they were handed a gun, they checked it themselves?
Well, there were a lot of people who felt it necessary to contribute some comment to the situation, which really didn't help the situation.
Yeah, George Clooney and a couple other actors, I believe, said that, yeah, when I'm firing a gun on set, I check it.
I would check it as the actor as well.
The last line of defense. I mean,
Whoever is holding the gun needs to check the gun.
yeah,
Plain and simple.
there needed to be, better.
At all. You have if your protocol is you check the gun every time, well, good for you. Good for you. You know what I mean? I'd probably handle.
Oh, thanks, Nanya.
It is a fun room, right?
We're a blast.
I love our subscribers and our viewers. You guys are like the smartest people on YouTube.
Oh, stop. You're such a dork.
I love you guys, though. I really do.
Weapons as much as any other actor in films with an average career. Again, shooting or being shot by someone. And in that time, I had a protocol, and it never let me down.
Why did you choose in your 40 years not to check the gun yourself?
What I was taught by someone years ago was, as I said, if I took a gun and I popped a clip out of a gun or I manipulated the chamber of a gun, they would take the gun away from me and redo it. The prop person said, don't do
Yeah,
that.
his ego gets in the way of a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a proud guy.
When I was young. And they'd say, one thing you would need to understand is we don't want the actor to be the last line of defense against a catastrophic breach of safety with the gun. What? My job, they told me, man or woman, my job is to make sure the gun is safe, and then I hand you the gun and I declare the gun safe.
But they are literally the last line of defense by definition, so it doesn't really matter if you want them to be or not.
All I know is that if I'm the one supposed to pull the trigger, I'm going to check the gun no matter what you've
Especially
told me.
after something like
The
this.
crew's
yeah.
not relying on you to say that it's safe. They're relying on me to say that it's safe. When that person who was charged with that job handed me the weapon, I trusted them, and I never had a problem.
And this was from the beginning of your career?
From day one. There's one person that's supposed to make sure that what is in the gun is right and that what's wrong is not in the gun.
All right. You heard it from the man himself. So we have 3 more sets of clips to go with, and each one gets more ridiculous and hilarious in my opinion.
So his is the best of the 3?
Well, no, his is, entertaining, but they get better and better and better. So I know that's like a YouTube thing to say, you guys won't believe what's coming up next.
Yeah,
but
he means it.
I mean it
It's
tonight.
not just a line.
At least tonight. So if you would hit thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, or consider it, and we would really love it. We also have a membership program. You can see all the details.
You know what? Renee
on our
isn't
membership.
here.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
And neither is Sparkles.
Well, hey, howdy, Renee and Sparkles.
Those are my girls. They're the ones that hand out the membership links.
If you're
surprised.
Oops, sorry. If you're watching on the replay, we miss you. We miss you.
That night, Jussie, when I landed.
Maybe they're coughing too.
Maybe who now?
Maybe they're coughing as well.
Could be. All right.
Why?
So the next one is R. Kelly.
Oh yeah.
And if you haven't seen this ridiculous
oh my gosh
CBS interview,
oh my gosh.
And I love Gayle King. She does a great job with this interview and some other stuff I've seen of her. And it's pretty bananas if you haven't seen it.
Oh no, my heart is broken.
Just saw Sparkles in a different chat. She abandoned you guys.
Oh no,
you know what?
Sparkalicious.
There might be another live going on right now. And
but it's still not us.
It's still us. No, but I've been in lives with her, and she is such like a positive cheerleader for people. She really, I know for us, she really boosts our
she is. She's an upper.
Yeah, and she goes around and she does that, spreading love on YouTube. So here is the R. Kelly.
Are you gonna read the comment I put up?
R. Kelly has news. No, R. Kelly doesn't have news. He's a couple years into his 30-year sentence. And shout out to Danny Masterson, by the way, who's also in prison for 30 years.
Yeah.
But this is one of the most ridiculous, outrageous interviews of all time, and it's worth a watch. So let's start.
I am surprised that you agreed to do it. Why are you sitting down with us today?
I'm very tired of all of the lies. I've been hearing things and seeing things on the blogs, and I'm just tired.
What are the lies that you're hearing that disturb you most?
Oh my God, all of them. Got little girls trapped in the basement, helicopters over my house, trying to rescue someone that doesn't need rescuing because they're not in my house, handcuffing people, starving people. I have a harem, a cult.
Bama, he's whispering so that he comes across as gentle and not the rough person that's been described to us.
Oh, was he whispering?
He's whispering. He's toning down his voice so he comes across as friendly.
That's about to change.
Well, that's how he's trying to start.
That's how he's
anyway.
Starting. But
just
like Fonnie Willis, he couldn't keep his shit together.
I don't even really know what a cult is, but I know I don't have one,
All right. He doesn't know what a cult is.
I thought he said a cold.
No.
I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. So, there was a lot of independent evidence, dozens of ladies coming forward.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my
independently
gosh.
telling the same stories.
Right.
Locked up in the basement.
And some of them had even met each other.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen Surviving R. Kelly, I forget what network it's on, but it's a great docuseries. Here we go. Let's look at the next one.
Have you ever had sex
No.
with anyone under the age of 17?
No.
Never.
No.
Wasn't he married to Aaliyah when she was like 14? Am I
No. He didn't marry her till she was 17, but they were together from when she was 14.
Yeah. But they totally didn't have sex and they waited until
Oh,
marriage.
no. Yeah, they totally waited, I'm sure.
I have to tell you, it's so hard to believe that based on all that we've read.
I'm going to tell you something, Gail. There's one I'm going to tell you something.
Said about you.
What women said about
Estranged, yes.
Mhm.
Or sometimes they know the other woman because they were both forced to have sex with each other.
Yikes. Classy. Here we go. And by the way, look at how brave Gayle King is when stuff starts going sideways.
Well, because the thing is while he's talking a minute ago, I was going to say this.
Yeah.
She looks like she's giving him a cool story bro nod.
Yeah.
Like,
totally.
I don't believe a word you're saying.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
All that we've read.
I'm going to tell you something, Gail. There's one
I'm going to tell you something. Said about you.
What women said about me. So nobody's allowed to be mad at me and be scorned and lie on me.
So they're lying on you. That's your explanation. They're lying on you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I zoomed in there because he's saying absolutely as he's shaking his head no. And I think earlier he shook his head yes while saying
no.
Yeah.
That's your explanation. They're lying on you.
Absolutely.
That's true. It's a sign, and I don't know why people do it because
Your mouth says no, but your body says yes.
When I say yes, I don't shake my head no. I say yeah.
It's kind of hard
I'll
to
at least
say,
give a little nod.
It's kind of hard to say yes or no and make the opposite gesture
Yeah,
if you try it.
yeah,
like rubbing
but
your belly
when you
and-
try it, but
Yeah.
so if it's coming naturally,
Yeah.
we're physically seeing
He's
what
like,
the
no,
answer is.
they're not lying.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
So I think the point you're making is, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you have never held anybody against their will.
I don't need to. Why would I?
Well,
How stupid would
never
it be?
held
Oh, you're not answering the question. Look at that.
Why would I? How stupid
Why
would
do
I be
they
to
all
do
do
that?
that? That's what that Fonnie chick did.
That's
Never
what-
really answered the question.
Oh yeah,
You
and that's
know?
what suspects do when they're questioned. How stupid would I be to do this? Well, I mean, we have all the evidence that you did.
With all I've been through in my way, way past, to hold somebody, let alone 4, 5, 6, 50, you said. How stupid would I be to do that?
I didn't say you were holding.
That's stupid, guys.
I didn't.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense. Don't forget the blogs. Forget how you feel about me. Hate me if you want to, love me if you want, but just use your common sense. How stupid would it be for me to, with my...
Look at her face.
What the hell?
She does have that, like...
Dude, I'm sorry. He looks so guilty shouting out his innocence like this. It sounds so
it doesn't
pathetic.
sound great. And this is a calm clip. It's got a few more seconds to go, and then we really get agitated.
Okay.
Crazy past and what I've been through. Oh, right now I just think I need to be a monster and hold girls against their will, chain them up in my basement, and don't let them eat and don't let them out unless they need some shoes down the street from their uncle. Stop it, y'all.
Wait.
I don't even know what that
What?
means.
I don't get that one.
Unless they,
Your uncle has shoes?
Yeah, for the girl chained up in your basement.
Quit playing. Quit playing.
Robert.
I didn't do this stuff.
She just said
You've
Robert.
got a body mic on. Please don't tap it.
I love the way she just said Robert, like
Yeah.
to a child that's acting up.
Down the street from their uncle.
Robert.
Stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.
Robert.
I didn't do this stuff. This
Ouch.
is not me. Y'all. I'm fighting for my
Oh, he's gonna cry.
Y'all.
Oh, that's a good place to pause it. Let me go
He
back.
is so mad
Yeah.
that he got caught.
I was about
That's
to
what I'm
say,
seeing
I don't
here.
think tears come out. We'll see though.
Life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my around.
Ew, my gosh.
And look at Gayle King sitting there. She never flinches.
No,
Even though this
dude.
tornado is going on
This
right.
is insane.
She-
I've never seen this.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, I'm glad you did.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she. It's
I'll bet you
impressive.
they are real tears though, because he's scared for what's in front of him.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
He's
I mean, they're
cried
tears
about
for
it.
himself, I'm sure.
Yep.
Robert.
30 years of my
Robert.
career. Y'all trying to kill me. You killing me, man. This is not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it. Y'all just don't want to believe the
You
truth.
should be screaming from your diaphragm. You're gonna ruin your.
Yeah, he's gonna blow his voice out.
I know.
You don't want to believe it.
At this point, we briefly pause the interview to give Kelly a moment. His publicist helped calm him down.
I hope this camera.
Remember when they gave Fonnie Willis a 5-minute break and it didn't help?
I know. She was even mad. We're like more angry when they came
And
back.
I can't remember what happens in this clip, but they can
I'm gonna keep going.
No, we're gonna
This
let
is
the
not
camera keep
true.
rolling. Oh.
This is not, doesn't even make sense. Why would I hold all these women? Their mothers and fathers told me, we're gonna destroy your career.
Yeah. Okay. So he's blaming it on not only the women but their mothers and fathers, saying
Wait,
that
wait,
they're
wait,
gonna-
wait, 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 wait.
he destroyed his career. What's up, JPJ?
Their mothers and fathers told him, but he said he'd never had contact with minors.
Oh, right. So what
what-
minors?
Oh, yeah. What parents? What? Wait, what? You know?
All right. Next one here.
I need help.
What kind of help?
This is the kind of help I need.
Yes, what kind of help?
I need somebody to help me not have a big heart. Because
Oh, oh my gosh.
And in our final one tonight, somebody says something very similar to that. It's weird.
my heart is so big. People betray me, and I keep forgiving them.
You sound like you're playing the victim here. You sound like R. Kelly. You do. When I listen to you,
I'm
it
just
does
telling
sound
the
like
truth.
you're playing the victim
I'm just
card.
telling the truth. And the reason I'm emotional,
Robert,
and I
have you-
apologize for that,
No,
is
no, no,
because this
no.
is the first time I was able to say
speak.
something. I've said
Okay.
nothing.
Sorry. He does have real tears.
I told you he was really crying.
Yeah.
But okay. Whoops, wrong one. Queen Olive. What do you mean this interview didn't age well?
Well, I mean,
Did I miss something?
he's currently aging in prison, so it doesn't really age well when you think about all the evidence that was presented that's sent in there.
well, yeah, because we already know. But
Yeah.
it's great to watch.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking great to watch, our next one is also familiar to a lot of people. And I don't think Tiffie has seen this one either. So let's reveal our next outrageous interviewee. So Jussie Smollett, does everybody know what happened with him? He faked a hate crime.
Oh, right. Okay.
Originally, they were going to let him go. But then I think another DA came in and said, "Are you guys serious?"
Let's go back a couple steps because this is funny. I love how she calls him Robert like he hasn't done the dishes tonight.
Robert.
I know. Have a seat, Robert.
If she knew his middle name, she probably would have used that too.
I know.
What happened that night?
Oh, yeah. So Jussie Smollett,
Right.
so I'm about to ask him what happened. And he faked a hate crime, said that two MAGA extremists came and beat him up.
I remember that. Yeah.
And it turned out to not be the case.
Yeah.
They were going to let him
Didn't
go.
he like pay someone to do it?
He paid them.
Yeah.
Yeah, about $3,000, I think.
Jussie.
When I landed in Chicago, and Frank Gatson, who's like my uncle, and he's also my creative director, and he picked me up. And then we got back to the apartment. There was no food.
And this was shortly afterward. And in Chicago that night, I believe it was like minus 20 degrees wind chill. So keep that in mind.
A strange asks, what was the point of taking faking a hate crime with publicity?
Yeah. He wanted to be the guy, you know, that is leading a movement. And he, as you'll see later, there was a comically looking ransom note, you know, like they do in the movies with the newspaper cut up. And so he said that came to him.
Oh,
and this was just before this happened. So it's like, I'm screaming and nobody's hearing me here. You know, what can I do to step it up?
And so I went out to Walgreens thinking that they were 24 hours and to have a smoke. Walgreens was closed. So I called him up and I said, hey, I'm gonna run to Subway, which was across the street, and I'm gonna get a salad. Do you want anything? I went to the Subway and got the order. During that time, I texted my manager thinking that he was still in Australia because he was on an Australian tour with one of his other clients.
Wow, this is a lot of details we don't need.
Unnecessary details, right? We've heard those before.
Call me when you can. He called me immediately. And while he was on the phone, I heard, as I was crossing the intersection, I heard Empire.
And Empire, of course, was the show that he was on for years.
Yeah.
And really had a sweet role, you know. He didn't need to do some, well,
he wasn't getting famous enough from his part.
Yeah, and his music wasn't working as well as he
was trying to be famous.
And I don't answer to Empire. My name ain't Empire.
But he does answer to Gay Tupac. That's what he called himself on stage a night after the incident.
Nice.
And I didn't answer. I kept walking, and then I heard Empire. So I turned around and I said, did you just say to me? And I see the attacker masked, and he said, this MAGA country punches me right in the face. So I punched his ass back. And then we started tussling. You know, it was very icy, and we ended up tussling by the stairs. Fighting. There was a second person involved who was kicking me in my back. And then it just stopped. And
cold and attacked. What are the odds? Yeah, minus 20. So he's gone to
and he
Subway.
got a salad. He didn't get a heated
Subway.
thing.
I'm sure he was the only customer in the store that night, that overnight.
Yeah, especially the only one that got a salad.
And then he proceeded down to the corner where he got attacked by these two MAGA extremists. And this show won't get monetized, I don't think. But anyway, no, I'll show you these extremists that he said attacked him. These are the gentlemen that he actually paid to do it. And I forget their name. They're brothers, though. And those are the ones that he paid to do this.
they ran off.
They said they were white dudes, I think.
Oh, I was going to say, I was like,
yeah, any race of person can belong to either party, but you know, it's Chicago. I don't know.
Yeah, we're just guessing.
Yeah.
where they ran. And the phone was in my pocket, but it had fallen out, and it was sitting there. And my manager was still on the phone.
Right?
Yeah, I was going to tell Tiffie to just calm down a little bit.
So I picked up the phone and I said, Brandon, and he's like, what's going on? And I said, I was just jumped. And then I look down and I see that there's a rope around my neck, which I hadn't.
You hadn't noticed it before?
No,
You didn't
because
see?
It was so fast. You know what I'm saying? It was so fast.
How long did this all
It felt
take?
like minutes, but it probably was like 30 seconds, honestly. I can't tell you honestly.
Queen Olive, me too, dude. I didn't know who he was until this happened.
Yeah.
I was like, Jussie, who's this?
I'm afraid I didn't either. Mr. Smollett.
I noticed the rope around my neck and I started screaming.
Okay, so he claims that he discovered there was a noose around his neck, and I probably have a picture of that somewhere. It's just tiny, and he left it around his neck until the cops got there.
Oh yeah, because that makes sense.
Yeah.
Don't just
I'd
continue
want
the
that stuff off as
strangulation.
soon as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
It feels like if I had said it was a Muslim or a Mexican or someone black, I feel like the doubters
It
would
was
have
someone black.
Yeah, and I'm sure they would have investigated it as well, but he did tell him it was two white dudes.
supported me a lot more. And that says a lot about the place that we are in our country right now. The fact that we have these fear mongrels.
Oh, thank you, Estranged.
Thank you so
Very
much.
Sweet.
We appreciate you. And thanks for being a member as well. And yeah, so he just, in case he missed it, you know the phrase fear mongers? He just said fear mongrels.
Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh.
I always think that's very cute.
These people that are trying to separate us, and it's just not okay. It's just not okay. And for all of the people, the next time that you see someone report something, maybe well after the fact that it happened, and you say to them, well, why are you waiting until now? Just remember that mine was reported right away.
I know he's missing all the details.
Yeah, so
What happened to the salad?
can we see the
And
sub,
did your
sir?
friend order a sandwich? You never told us.
And look what has happened.
Okay, so yeah, he's, you know, claiming to be a victim, got the sandwich noose, and the terrible thing is that this gives ammunition to all the people who doubt hate crimes exist, you know, like what do you gain from this? And did you really think you could get away with it?
Right.
Like many other people that we've had on this channel, why did you think that this would work? There's cameras everywhere.
Have you ever been threatened before?
Yeah. I get threatened all the time on Twitter and Instagram and DMs and things like that. It's like, but, you know.
And now we're about to see the ransom note that arrived on the set.
Oh, okay.
I'm a public figure. I'm very outspoken. Sometimes maybe too outspoken, but it's who I am, you know? So I get the idea of pissing people off.
He gets the idea.
What kind of salad dressing?
And did you have that cheesy Italian bread on the outside?
Yeah, or did you skip the bread because you're so healthy ordering a
That
salad?
you're gonna rub people the wrong way.
In fact, the week before the attack, police...
It was served in a MAGA hat. All right, so this is the letter that...
It looks like he wrote it with his left hand.
Oh, I bet he did, yeah.
Seriously, it looks like that.
Yeah, that's kind of smart. You know, would make it
Except
hard
that
to...
it looks like he's trying to write like a 6-year-old, not like
Right.
somebody else. This is horrible.
And then look what was on the inside. Here we go.
Police confirm a letter was sent to the Fox studio in Chicago.
Why
like a
would they?
classic movie. I guess it's
Why
based
would
on
they
truth.
handwrite the envelope and glue their note on with magazine clippings?
Yeah, I wonder if he wore gloves because his
Couldn't
fingerprints
have
would
just
be a
typed
sticker.
your name on the envelope.
Yeah, I mean, are these based on real ransom notes?
Oh, this
Like
is
the-
based on something you saw in a movie.
Right, but
You
is
know?
are the movies based on real ransom? I seem to remember
The movies
in
are
one or-
based on one thing.
right. I seem
and
to
then they
remember
run with it.
one
you
or
know?
two times that it magazine looking ransom note arrives.
Right.
But
with threatening language and laced with powdery substance, likely
did you see that drawing of a gun?
Yeah, it looks like it looks like not a gun.
It looks like not a gun. Let's see. The stick figure's cute here.
powdery substance,
Yeah.
likely Tylenol.
Do you think there's a link between the letter and the attack? And you did mention it to the police right away about the letter.
Absolutely. Just because on the letter it had a stick figure hanging from a tree with a gun pointing towards it, with the words that said, Smollett, Jussie, you will die, black. There was no address, but the return address said in big red, like caps, MAGA.
Oh my gosh.
A little too on the nose.
Oh my gosh.
Did I make that up too?
And despite lack of video surveillance footage, Smollett hopes to rewrite the narrative about that night, saying he fought back against his attackers and reported the incident after his creative director called 911.
He's supposed to be well-known requesting a report instead the noose was placed over the friend's neck.
He's supposed to be well known, but I've never heard of
I
him.
know. That's so funny, dude. Who's that?
I want that video found so badly because for probably 4 reasons. Number 1, I want them to find the people that did it.
Well, they found the
Number 2, I want them to stop being able to say alleged attack. Number 3, I want them to see that I fought back. And I want a little gay boy who might watch this to see that I fought back.
Oh, he's gonna
And
cry.
it does not take anything away from people that are.
And by the way, these are the gentlemen whose asses he kicked that night.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
they look pretty solid.
Not able
they look like they bounced back pretty well.
to do that. But I fought back. They ran off. I didn't.
What do you say to a young gay man, a young gay person?
To learn to fight. And I don't just mean like learn to fight.
Just don't be like Jussie.
I mean, learn to fight. Learn to be a fighter. I am not advocating violence at all. So let's be clear about that. If you're gonna die, fight until you do. Because if you don't fight, you have no chance. I have fought for love. I'm an advocate.
He's fought for love. We're doing a multi-part series on our insider information.
Yeah, so if you're interested in becoming a member, it's only $3 a month.
Check it out if you'd like to, and we appreciate all your support. Oh, you know what? That reminds me, I need to turn on the little banner. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't have our...
no banners.
No banner. Down there, you can see all the lovely people who are helping to support this show. And we love you guys. We really appreciate you. And we'll get you part 2 of Amy Day pretty soon. But in the meantime, I'm trying to find the file. So Tiffany's going to sing a little song.
I'm not going to
you.
sing crap. And trust me, I'll
If I
just
ever
cough
let
in the
the
middle of it.
darkness come alive.
Stop it. Oh, that's
let me see if I can find the file here.
Wait.
How's everybody
did
doing?
Sparkles come in? Sparkles did arrive.
Sparkles.
We gave you a shout out like an hour ago. We heard you dumped us for another lie.
Yeah. Yeah, we heard you were out
What?
cheerleading for another creator, and I said that's just what she does. She hypes up people, and it's really cool. It gives us positive energy. So let's see, where is Amy Day? I have to get that off of the cloud here, but we'll just play 10 minutes of it or so because it is really entertaining. What are you laughing about?
Because we're already 15 minutes over.
We're not.
And you're not going to not talk for 10 minutes.
We're not on NBC or anything. We don't have to be off the air before the football game. Yeah, so rash bombs.
I
rash
really
bomb.
enjoy watching you scroll through your computer.
Do ya?
Why isn't this like...
I should be
ready?
sharing my screen. Why isn't it playing? Because
you didn't put this in. And
I
you know what's
guess
funny is I came home from work today and you bragged on yourself.
Oh, I
having
did.
the
I
whole
had all my
show
work done.
edited and ready to go.
And I remember doing the positive act of uploading it. I do. I mixed it down and I uploaded, but it doesn't seem to be present.
So you didn't check your prop.
Right.
And look what happened. Your show may have died.
Yeah.
You know?
Amy. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Just like Alec Baldwin.
Exactly.
I was the last line of defense.
Judge Alec.
And this is what I get for it. Let's see. Let's do recents. It's got to be there. Come on. Funny feeling.
I bet you deleted it.
No, I didn't delete it. That's also unforgettable. But let's see.
It sounds like you want to break into song.
I do.
Why don't
I really
you sing
do.
something? Entertain the crowds while you scroll.
Let's see. Get out of there. Anyway, this is really exciting for you guys. I know.
It is. It is. They are literally going, "We love you."
Good night. Oh, here it is. Okay. I just want to play the first part where she is sitting here. And let me download this. And you can just fast forward through these moments on the replay. But we appreciate you guys sticking with us. Still have a nice crowd here. And
JPJ's like, "We're fine. We're just chilling."
All right.
Yeah, right. Pass the bong, right?
Yeah. I'll chill.
Hi, puppy. I love you.
All right.
Hey, it's almost done.
I don't see you.
I know. Sorry, that's my
one more thing.
I don't see
One more thing, but since we're waiting,
I'm really struggling. I haven't had any medicine.
Oh,
you know?
Oh no. Well, maybe that's the problem.
Maybe that's the problem.
You need the focus.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. And this is Amy Day, who killed her mother with a gun in the garden.
Signed her life away, by the way, the minute she sat down.
She what?
Signed her life away.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
She doesn't want a lawyer. Well, she can't because she has to play the grieving daughter.
I don't care who I am. I'm getting a lawyer.
And if you'd like to see the longer version of this, we have part 1 on our insider information membership. That's on the membership tab.
Oh, here we go. That's a good question.
Part 2 is coming soon. Would be nice to have a link to join on YouTube. I think, yeah.
Do we have a membership link on there, right?
We do. I'll give you the link as we start here.
hey, Amy. Hey, it's almost done. I thought you forgot to do one more thing. I think you do one more thing, but since we're waiting, I just want to go over a couple more things that we talked about yesterday. Remember yesterday, we talked a lot about that stuff. Okay, so before we get started,
I don't think they heard that.
Record this, okay? So
I heard
this day is September 21st, 2015. Time is 3:23 p.m.
No, I accidentally played some Tiffie Lou voiceover.
Oh
I don't know if anybody heard that. I don't think it goes out.
Okay.
Get out of the sheriff's office, Osceola County. Detective Joel Guevara, Detective Brett Roller, and can you please state your full name, Amy, please?
Amy Grace Day.
Okay. Again, thank you so much for waiting for us for the phone thing. We're, as you can see, we're conducting a full-blown investigation because we don't know what happened. So we just want to cover every angle and make sure that we got all the steps covered, okay? And due to that, I'm just gonna read some stuff to you, some formalities, okay? It's a full-blown investigation, so I just want to get this out of the way, okay? You have the right to remain silent. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Need for you to speak up since you're recording, okay?
Yes.
Anything you say may be used against you in court of law. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. And so you're entitled to talk to a lawyer before and during questioning. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. If you can have.
And there you go. I put the link in the live chat.
For a lawyer and one will be provided before and during questioning without charge. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Amy, will you be so kind? This is the part that I read to you. Print your name here.
Signing her life away. And she's is this in Miami? I don't know. I think everything's in Miami, don't I?
I said, yeah, because I even said, why would it be in Miami?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not used to writing Grace, so.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, here's initial here. these are the stuff that I read to you. You said that you understood.
Thank you, Estranged One, for showing our custom emoji. Now that we have more members, I can actually add a couple more emoji. I don't know why the rule is that way, but
I don't know.
that's YouTube's
silly.
rules.
Yeah,
So
as we grow, we
let
get
us
an
know
extra sticker.
Let us know what emoji you'd like to use
It's
next
like
time.
kindergarten.
You need to sign down here saying that you understand. Okay. So now I'm going to sign this here. So
We do need a donut.
Yeah.
this is the only part that we heard.
And this is a good line. She doesn't even say Grace.
I know.
Amy Grace Day.
That we're using. I'm going to cross out the rest of it, okay? All right. You just want to go over real quick just the highlights of your routine on the weekend. You stated, let's start.
Yes. I'm going to go over to YouTube and do that now while this is playing. Thanks for reminding me of Melon Sparkles. If you don't want to be a moderator, you three, then let me know. But otherwise, you'll have your blue wrenches shortly, undoubtedly.
With Friday. Let's go back one day. I know we started the other days on Saturday, starting back on Friday. Friday, what was your routine that day?
I was packing. I was getting clothes ready for Goodwill. Mom and I both were. We were I'm just laughing and joking and
JPJ says
packed the pantry with stuff that I eat because she doesn't because she's a vegetarian.
Oh, you don't need to make every stream JPJ.
Going over just
I know Renee is in here.
Shout out to Renee.
A normal day.
It's a normal day.
Yeah.
Does your mom has like a regular routine? Like she does the same thing every day, or like the same routine, or just
no. Different things, different days. I mean, yeah, she goes to Walmart different days. She goes to Winn-Dixie different days. She goes. The only thing that's routine is in the morning time. She walks every morning on the back porch. Takes her grandson to school. We'll take lunch to him at lunchtime. And then sometimes she'll go down there but the morning walk, taking him to school and sometimes taking lunch out to him. That's pretty much the routine. Now, normally she will,
oh yeah,
but it's different days.
Story that
after she
about what she does in a day.
Takes more.
Yeah, she's just telling a mundane story. This is not what she was asked, but yeah, we should time her answers once and see how long, when she could just say yes or no, how long the answer actually is.
Morgan drives to school and on her way back, she may stop at Walmart, but I mean, she tells me it's on different days.
Right.
So, you know.
The East Coast time frame working on the West Coast schedule can be a lot.
Yeah, and we're running really late.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Shout out to our East Coasters who are sticking around. Thank you. I know that is the real time zone. I get it.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
And then Friday, was that the day that you already had planned to go out of town with your boyfriend, Carrie, or when did those plans came up?
That didn't come up until Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay. And who reached out to you? Did Carrie reach out to you, or you reach out to Carrie?
He called me. I missed his call. I called back. He missed my call. Called back, and then I called him back. I mean, we just went back and forth.
Now, around what time those calls started?
I think the first one was like at 7:50, 8 o'clock in the morning because he gets up early. And then that's the reason I missed his call because I didn't hear my phone ring. When I called back, I don't know what he was doing, but he didn't answer the phone. Then when he called me back, we talked for a little bit and then I called him back. And that's when, after that, we were like, well, yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? And
I'm sorry that this is the most boring story in the world.
I want to saw my face off right now.
So I handed out the wrenches. If I accidentally banned you, I'm really sorry.
Because it does that sometimes.
Those options are right next to each other for some reason, and it doesn't even ask you if you're sure. It's just like, all right, here's the ban hammer.
We kind of decided what we were trying to see if we had anything, if anything was going on. I asked Mom if she had anything going on, if she needed me for anything. And she said no, she was going to be going to church, you know. And I said, okay, I called back and I said, no, I don't have anything. And he goes, okay, I'll come get you. I said, okay.
And then on Saturday, your mom went out the whole day?
No.
Did she step out of the house?
No, she cleaned on Saturday.
So she never got in the car, left, or anything like that? Went outside, or
She went outside when Morgan and Mark came down to mow the grass.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, other than that, she was inside cleaning, and she went outside, out back, you know, for a little bit, and read the Bible. She does that. The other routine she has is every day between 1:30 and 2 during the week, she does talk to her sister Joy. And then my sister calls her on her way home between...
Oh my gosh, I can't, Andrew, please.
And then I called my sister, and then she did the
Why
dishes.
don't we pick this up again on Tuesday, all right?
Yeah, and again, if you'd like to see the full version of this, about an hour long, you can...
if you want something to fall asleep to.
If you want something to fall asleep to, just join our membership, and boom, there you go. Yeah, we'll pick this up next time. Let us know if you guys want to pick this one up or if you want to do something else, but I'm sure we'll have some more things to talk about on Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet of you, Estranged.
I feel honored. This made my week for real. So, work life and social life sucks at the moment, but this show makes my day. Oh, thank you. I was saying earlier, it kind of makes my day doing this show. You know, it's
he's such a nerd.
It's really kind of a cool thing. So we appreciate all you, and let's get out of here.
So is that your way of saying
that's my way of saying goodbye.
Oh wow!
You know what? For some reason, what I always almost say is, do you guys subscribe to True Crime Loser? If you don't, you should check it out. This comedian, Scott Sharp, but at the end of his videos, he says, why Stephen, why Shmita, referencing Shmita in the,
right.
Yeah. And another, I don't know why I want to usurp that line. Okay. Let me find where I am here. I'm going to play the closing, and thank you.
Oh, there's a closing. That's what we're waiting for.
Thank you to all our members and our moderators. You guys are awesome. And we'll see you next time.
Enjoy your weekend.
Enjoy your week. And goodbye.